Good afternoon, I'm Victoria Norgard with your Thursday edition of the Panhandle Roundup. A Gering woman accused of running over a man with her vehicle during an altercation pleads no contest to avoid going to trial. Abigail Moreno was arrested in February after Scottsbluff police were called to the intersection of 15th Street and 15th Avenue and found the victim bleeding. Moreno pled guilty to second-degree assault and leaving the scene of an injury accident. She is scheduled to be sentenced on July 17th. And the Gering City Council approves permits for 2 events involving the use of fireworks this summer. The fireworks will be used during the Monument Shadows member guest golf tournament and the All Red Brothers show at Five Rocks Amphitheater. The Monument show is scheduled for June 21st and the All Red Brothers fireworks show is set for July 3rd. And a property tax relief special session could be one of the costliest in Nebraska's history. If Governor Jim Pillen calls lawmakers back this summer, it could cost thousands of dollars per day, according to the Nebraska Examiner. Estimates show a 5-day session would cost nearly $80,000, a 7-day session a bit over $130,000, and a 10-day session nearly $175,000. Right now, Governor Pillen is conducting the first of 3 property tax town halls in Plattsmouth, with visits to Seward and York tomorrow. And now turning to the Panhandle weather, here's meteorologist Andre Brooks.
Well, thank you so much, Victoria. And we are seeing those mainly sunny to partly cloudy skies here across the Panhandle. And this is just going to continue over the next few hours here. And then we're going to be monitoring the chance of seeing an isolated to scattered thunderstorm, especially in our southeastern portions of the Panhandle. And as we head into our current temperatures, our temperatures right now are mainly in the 60s and the 70s. So it is quite on the mild to even near warm side, especially here in Scottsbluff at 70 degrees. And looking at the rest of the day, we will see those temperatures increase into the 70s, which is a little cooler than what we were seeing this time yesterday. And on top of that, we do have a marginal chance of severe weather for the southeastern portion of the Panhandle. But once we get into our Friday, we're going to be seeing those temperatures even be a little cooler in the 60s for the most part, and maybe a 70 here and there. And now with sports with our very own John Clanton.
Welcome to the Sports Desk. Western Nebraska Community College has a new interim head volleyball coach. Former Cougar Fatima Balza has been named to the position. Fatima has brought a lot of success to the Western Nebraska volleyball program. Balza played for the Cougars back in 2007 and 2008 seasons, helping Western Nebraska earn their first ever national championship. She would then move on to Penn State to help the Lions earn back-to-back national titles in 2009 and 2010. She was also an assistant with WNCC under Giovanna Melo for several years, helping the Cougars advance to the national championship match in one of those seasons. She replaces Benny Canales, who stepped down a couple months ago. That's all from the Sports Desk. Everyone have a great rest of the day and see ya!
Thank you, John. And a TBM Avenger torpedo bomber with the Commemorative Air Force Rocky Mountain Wing out of Grand Junction, Colorado, is currently at the North Platte Airport receiving some repairs. The aircraft travels across the country to educate communities about the TBM, which flew in World War II and was even piloted by former President George Bush. All ages and types of people have shown interest in the aircraft. Toddlers to seniors have climbed the steps up to the cabin, and now North Platte area residents have the chance to tour the aircraft themselves.
You know, the founder of the CAF said, look at all these airplanes, we got to keep this story alive and educate the future generations. So they knew and can see what transpired, and you can just see this and it generates so much interest and people love it. So it's really gratifying.
And a remarkable performance by a 12-year-old from Omaha at the National Spelling Bee. Sarah Fernandez came up a few rounds short of the title, but should be proud of her fantastic showing. Sarah has some impressive history. She had 2 excellent runs in the Spelling Bee and was on stage at Carnegie Hall at age 10. By the way, the word which stumped her, apelu, is a Japanese mackerel found in Hawaii. And that's all we have for now. Remember to join us weekdays for the Panhandle Roundup, covering the stories in the Panhandle that matter to you. Have a great day.